Hello, my name is Mạnh. Nice to meet you.
My name is Quốc. Nice to meet you too.
How are you today?
I'm great. How about you? How are you today?
Okay. What do you do?
I'm a second year student. What about you? What do you do?
I'm a third year student. How old are you?
I'm 19 years old. How about you? How old are you?
I'm 21 years old. Have you got a girlfriend?
No, I haven't. I haven't got a girlfriend. What about you? Have you got a girlfriend?
No, I haven't. I haven't got a girlfriend too. How many siblings have you got?
I've got a sister. How about you? How many siblings have you got?
I've got a brother. Where do you come from?
I come from Quảng Ninh province. What about you? Where do you come from?
I come from Vĩnh Phúc province. How long have you been here?
I've been here for about 1 year. And you? How long have you been here?
I've been here for about 2 years. How often do you visit your family?
I visit my family once a week. How about you? How often do you visit your family?
I visit my family every week. Who do you usually go home with?
I usually go home with my friend. How about you? Who do you usually go home with?
I usually go home with my friends. When do you usually go back to your hometown?
I usually go back to my hometown on holidays. How about you? When do you usually go back to your hometown?
I usually go back to my hometown at the weekend. What time do you usually go home?
I usually go home at 7 p.m. How about you? What time do you usually go home?
I usually go home at 7 a.m. What do you usually do after going back home?
Well, after going back home, I usually listen to music. What about you? What do you usually do after going back home?
After going back home, I usually have breakfast. How do you usually go back to your hometown?
I usually go back to my hometown by coach.
Why don't you go by bus?
Because I get car sick when I go by bus.
Why don't you go by car?
Because I haven't got a car.
Why don't you go by taxi?
Because it's too expensive for me. And you? How do you usually go back to your hometown?
I usually go back to my hometown by motorbike.
Why don't you go by bus?
Because I get car sick when I go by bus.
Because why don't you go by taxi?
Because it's too expensive for me.
Because why don't you go by car?
Because I haven't got a car. How far is it from here to your hometown?
It's about 300 kilometers. How about you? How far is it from here to your hometown?
It's about 40 kilometers. How long does it take you to go back to your hometown?
It takes me about 6 hours. What about you? How long does it take you to go back to your hometown?
It takes me about 1 hour. How much does it cost you to go back to your hometown?
It costs me about 200,000 dongs. And you? How much does it cost you to go back to your hometown?
It cost me about 20,000 dongs. How long do you usually stay at home for?
I usually stay at home for about 1 week. How about you? How long do you usually stay at home for?
I usually stay at home for about 2 days. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay, see you later.
See you later.
Hello, my name is Mike. Nice to meet you.
Mike?
Vâng.
Your name is Mike?
My name is Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Julian. And how are you doing?
I'm very well, and you?
Oh, I'm doing good. And how old are you?
I'm 21 years old. How about you?
I'm 24 years old. And what do you do?
I'm a third year student. How about you? What do you do?
I'm a teacher. And do you have a girlfriend?
No, I haven't. I haven't got a girlfriend. What about you? Have you got a girlfriend?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. And how many siblings do you have?
I got a brother. What about you? How many siblings have you got?
I got 5 brothers and 5 sisters.
Really?
No, I only have one brother. And where do you come from?
I come from Vĩnh province. How about you? Where do you come from?
I come from the USA. And how long have you been here?
I've been here for about 2 years.
2 years?
And you? How long have you been here?
I've been here for about 7 years. No, I've been here for 5 weeks. 5 weeks only. And how often do you visit your family?
I visit my family every week.
Every week.
What about you? How often do you visit your family?
I visit my family once a month. And who do you usually go home with?
I usually go home with my friend. How about you? Who do you usually go home with?
I usually go home with my cat. No, I don't go home with a cat. I usually go home alone. And when do you go back home?
I usually go home in the morning.
In the morning.
What about you? When do you usually go home?
I usually go home at noon, 12 p.m. And how do you go home?
I usually go home to my. I usually go home by motorbike.
By motorbike. And why do you go by motorbike?
You do?
Why don't you take a taxi?
Because it's too expensive for me.
So what if you walk?
Because it's too far from here to my hometown.
What if you took a bus?
Because I get car sick when I go by bus.
Oh, okay.
How about you? How do you usually go back to your hometown?
Usually I just run.
Really?
No, you can't run. I have to take an airplane. I fly to my hometown. And what time do you usually go to your hometown?
I usually go home 7 a.m. What about you? What time do you usually go home?
I usually go home at noon. So, when do you go back to your hometown?
I usually go back. I usually go back to my hometown at the weekend.
On the weekend. Oh, okay, that's right. And so, what do you usually do after you go back to your hometown?
After going back home, I usually have breakfast. How about you? What do you usually do after going back home?
After I go back home, I like to listen to music and dance around my house. And then I take a nap, go to sleep. Yeah. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.